ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Aussie Starcraft, where we're bringing you some more excellent Heart of the Swarm action. In the bottom left hand corner is our red Terran, we have EGSuppy, and in the top right hand corner of Derelict Watcher we have our blue Zerg, EGSuppy. So this will in fact be a team kill or team game between two of EG's fantastic players here on Derelict Watcher. And we've seen EGaLive before on the channel. We saw his, I believe it was his round of 8 games against Scarlet, and some excellent play out of him in those. I think you've become accustomed to the kind of player that he is and the top tier that he plays in. Suppy's an excellent Zerg player. I really enjoy watching his style of play. We did have quite a cheeky 6 pull by the look of it out of Suppy. We'll be finishing up just after the 2-minute mark, so we'll see if EGaLive can handle this or if he goes down in a blaze of glory. Very unlikely that a player will scout early enough to pick up a 6 pull, so it very much becomes about how they deal with it once the Zerglings are on the field. If you're wondering why it's called a 6 pull, it's because they build no drones at the start. They use only the 6 workers that they have, mine the 150 extra minerals they need, drop the pool, it finishes up around the 2-minute mark, and they're able to charge a number of Zerglings across the field, and just the sheer speed of this play generally takes the opponent by surprise. Now EGaLive, unfortunately for EGaLive, he's gone command center first, so he actually won't have this wall off completed. Not expecting to see Zerglings for a number of minutes. This drone will make it through here. You'll see he's trying to prevent the wall in from being completed, stalling to try and buy these Zerglings extra time as they make it halfway across the map. Can he stall this supply depot from going down? Yes, he can. Two drones in here, making life very difficult for Suppy. Can he stall for long enough to get these Zerglings in? If he can, this will do fantastic damage to EGaLive. Oh no, the supply depot got down, sacrificed those 3 drones, and unable to get this wall finished on time. The Zerglings will be able to start on this supply depot, and luckily for Suppy, you cannot repair a building that's under construction. The Zerglings now in the main base. What sort of damage can Suppy do with this 6 pull? Can EGaLive stave off these Zerglings, or will it be the end for our Terran player? Right here, right now, we have a barracks almost completed in the main. EGaLive will be wanting to get this finished and get some Marines able to fire at these drones from behind the SCVs. Have a lot of workers going down from Suppy. If we look at the workers killed, 10 workers killed to 2. Wall-in still not able to be completed. A Marine is going to be about 20 seconds away. How much more damage can Suppy get done with this? Of course, he's only on 4 harvesters himself, having sacrificed all those harvesters early on. Looks like EGaLive will be able to shut this down and will stabilize with 2 command centers. This is looking very grim for Suppy right out of the gate, but we'll see just what he can accomplish with these few Zerglings. Could be a very low econ game for both of our players. If Suppy can just do a little bit more damage, he might manage to hang in here. But with 2 Marines on the field, it's not looking overly promising. Can he take out the supply depot? Every pickup for Suppy is crucial at this point. He is in fact trying to hurriedly drone up behind this. If we look at the income tab, you can see that it's 11 harvesters to 9, just a little bit more damage, and he'll be able to stabilize at the same income level as EGaLive, though unfortunately for Suppy he will be 1 base to the 2 Terran command centers, and it looks like this game will be getting underway right away. And the 6 pull's always a devious choice to try and start things out. The potential to end the game very quickly, but if it does fail, you are economically far behind your opponent. Now, while we have a brief lull in this game with these players droning up, just thought I'd cover a few bases. And one of those is the reason I haven't done a lot of casting. I cast a number of games on Saturday and uploaded a few of those, and briefly thereafter was mucking around a little at home and managed to split my head clean open. So spent Saturday afternoon in the doctor's surgery getting 5 stitches in my head. and naturally have been fairly concussed since then, so now I'm feeling a bit more well, not under the weather and a little less concussed. I thought I'd get back on Starcraft and find a few games for you guys, make sure there was plenty to keep you occupied during the week. We have EGaLive making his first scout of Suppy's base with these Marines moving out. He knows that there won't be a great deal on the field for Suppy at this point. This hatchery is going to have to be cancelled. He saw these Marines moving out with his Overlord that's in the middle of the map. What can he do to try and stave off this return aggression? These Marines will be able to do quite a lot of damage. We have more Zerglings on the way. 5 Marines, 6 Marines about to make their way up the ramp. Can we get a Queen in time? Suppy desperately trying to get the gas required for Zergling speed. 4 Zerglings here. I don't think EGaLive knows just how little Suppy has in the way of defense, otherwise he surely would have pushed up that ramp. 4 Zerglings are unable to do a whole lot against this many Marines this early in the game. We have a few Zerglings poking at the front door. He knows that EGaLive is in fact expanding, has moved his command center down to the low ground, has a bunker there to secure that, though there's very little actual aggression Suppy would be capable of this point, particularly without Zergling speed. These Zergling's going to move out to take out this isolated Marine. Every mineral's crucial for Suppy at this point. He's behind economically, as you can see, 16 harvesters to 26. Bring out the production tab. He's producing off 1 hatchery, desperately needs this expansion to finish. Has a number of queens, has got a lot of minerals and nowhere to spend it on, being very low on lava to produce units. So now that Zergling speed's underway, he's pulled his harvesters back out of gas, desperately needing to get every mineral he can to try and get something happening here. Though we can see just how far EGaLive is ahead. 2 orbital commands and SCVs being produced constantly. Have a Marine here dying horribly to the Queen. But look at this game, I'm interested what the units lost tab looks like. It's actually not that far apart, there's 800 to 581, but the story it doesn't tell is of course the income tab. We see almost 30% difference between these two players as we go 35 harvesters to 23, and that's the crucial story of this game. The 6 pool of Suppy putting him well behind the 8 ball, and he's going to be playing from behind now to try and see what damage he can do to EGaLive. Got a lot of Zerglings here, and the question is, will Suppy get a Baneling nest for some sort of Baneling roach bust on the front door, or will he be trying something a little more foolhardy? This wall off completely finished, and we see the Zerg bouncing onto the bunker and bleeding out there. Unfortunately, no medical support available for our poor Zerglings. And these Hellions will be moving out. These Zerglings will want to respond quickly. They're not on creep. They really want to get these Hellions back on creep where they can get a nice surround and try and pick them off. In the middle of the map, the Hellions will be able to toast Zerglings all day long. Will in fact be a Zergling barbecue. We have 1 roach on the way already, not quite enough to secure these bases. Suppy really needs to prevent these Hellions from getting run by into his mineral line, and looks like EGaLive is pulling back a little bit. Suppy's starting to take his additional geysers, probably looking to go up to layer tech sometime soon. We see Stimpack and +1 weapons on the way. And looks like some heavy droning out of Suppy may well be catching him up in that income tab. And we see he has almost brought it back to even 41 to 45 harvesters. The Mule will still give our Terran player a slight edge, but see this game starting to stabilise. I have 6 Hellions now in the middle of the map, and a substantial Marine follow-up coming up right here. Have EGaLive dropping a few extra bunkers and Widow Mines. Obviously worried about the Baneling roach timing that could be shaping up here. Of course, much delayed because of the 6 pool at the start of the game, but remember both players having been set back, and we have EGaLive moving out with this substantial force. Now, if Suppy is droning very heavily at the moment, massive number of drones on the way, trying to catch up economically. He's unlikely to have very much on the field when this attack lands home. It is natural. I think the best case that Suppy can hope for at this point is that he can hold at his natural. His third base is very likely to go down. baneling nest coming up, but on the low ground here it will die horribly to these Marines. He needs some sort of AoE damage. This Queen's going down incredibly quickly. Zergling's Roach drones pulled off the production line, but these Hellions in excellent position to just roast these poor Zergling units down to 2 Roaches. And you can see Suppy not at all happy about that. I am so mad at you right now. Obviously, 2 of these guys practicing together, having a good time, but Suppy unable to pull it off with the 6-4. But excellent defense from EGaLive, able to stall that early aggression and just able to power on through. 6-pull is very much an all or nothing play. If you're unable to do substantial damage to your opponent, there's very little coming back from it. But we have seen it even at high level of play. I believe Jaedong used it in a tiebreaker game, the 5th game in a best of 5 series in season 2, to pull him through to the next round, and you see it pulled out of the hat quite a bit. So Suppy trying it here on his teammate, but EGaLive able to hold that off. So hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll be posting regularly now that my head's not suffering quite so badly. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. If you have subscribed, thank you, we love you. Please share us with your friends on Facebook and Twitter, and we'll catch you in the next cast. Okay guys, have a great night.